So here is a sample core sequence. Just know that you'll do about 16 of everything. Don't stay in any one place too long. And it's all about just doing ab work in all the different positions that you can do. Standing, kneeling, seated, upside down, on your sides, all of the different things. So I'll show you kind of how I sequence mine, and feel free to play with it. So first I would start warming up the spine. So take a handcuff grip, lean forward. I'll have them do some lateral bends, side to side, some deep breaths, come to center, work through some cat-cow. Again, just warming the spine in the different directions. And then I might start with some kneeling core work, coming down to the knees, leaning forward, kind of like plank, pushing it back. You can do about 16 of those, maybe hold it forward, dip the right hip, left hip, right hip, left hip. Also sometimes I'll go side to side, dropping one hip and then the other. Also a little bit of an arm workout. After that kneeling, coming up to standing, you can do the same thing here, leaning forward, core work, and then coming up to a arms wrapped once and then twice. I'll start them with some high knees, maybe go to a jog, working that core, and then you can play with tuck jumps. These are a lot of core, maybe taking the legs out straight, and then bent, straight and then bent. 30 seconds or so. And then possibly leaning forward, catching their breath. And then I normally get right into the inverted stuff. So hammock behind, wrap the legs from the outside in, crochet crunches. Just starting them off here, lifting and lowering. From there you can play with variations like to the right or to the left. Hands might cross to opposite ankle, working into the obliques. You can also have them straighten the legs more straight up. And then you can also go knees, toes, knees, head. Knees, toes, knees, head. Any of that core work is great. Also adding in some super crunches. So if you have a really advanced group, you can have them grab their ankles, reach above it, legs go out and in. Otherwise, you're just going to have people do it with bent knees, grab above their feet, push their heels through and crawl up. Probably about 5 of those. Then I might have them try a handstand while they're here, holding the core in strong, stacking the joints, and slowly releasing, bend the knees, grab onto the inner thighs, and come up. And lean forward, swaying side to side, and then coming into some plank work here. So you could have them step up through it, however you like, coming up, and then dropping down. Or you could have them place it on their ankle and just swing it behind them. And they're here with one foot hooked, and then some air burpees. Maybe adding that hop. You can add a kick, whatever you'd like there. And then you do stuff very similar to the foundation class. So you can hold high plank. You can do child's pose, half child's pose in between sets. And then forearm plank. So let's say we just held plank, we come down to half child's pose, we come up to our forearms, we lift and lower, or hop it forward and back, half child's pose again. And then some other fun stuff that you might play with for core, I'll turn to the side. Mountain climbers, always fun. Both feet can be up, or you can just work tapping one knee to either elbow. Other fun stuff, I call them roundhouse crunches. Both feet in, exhale to one elbow, circle it back, other elbow, making big wide circles with the feet. You can also do pike lifts on the hands or the forearms. Again, coming down for a little rest in between sets of things. After the first side, I normally bring them through some side planky stuff, maybe crossing under, come down, feet in, maybe I pull the knees in, some roly-poly crunches here. Other stuff you can do with the ankle hooked, bicycle sit-ups, opposite hand, opposite ankle, maybe just lifting and lowering, or holding like a boat, pulsing the arms, and then coming down. After the first side, I'll have them come up, normally this way. They can try and hover off the ground, which is really hard, and then come all the way up. At this point, I'll normally have them grab a sip of water, and then we start the other side. So I go through everything the same way on the other side, just coming through air burpees, plank stuff, forearm stuff, moving through maybe side plank, and then to their back. After the second side, let's say they just came to their back, they did some roly-poly crunches, they did their bicycles, and they did touch to the ankle. And then after that, they're here. Quick hug of the knees and spin around. Now, if you have time, this is where you can add lots of stuff. You want to get through the right and the left side of everything so you make sure you're even on both sides, and then leave the last 10 minutes or so for you to add in whatever you want at the end, so 5 or 10 minutes. So then at the end, I'll start doing the boat things. You can go to either hip, prance around, you can open, close, L, switch the legs. And then I also like to do oblique crunches up, so knee to elbow, pulling in like a little muscle man arm as you pull in. It's just hooked at my wrist. And then the other side. And then from here, if I have time left, I might have them just scoot to the side of their hammock so their feet aren't just hitting the hammock the whole time. And that's where you can do crunches. You can do leg variations, out, legs up. You can do different things here, lifting and lowering, crunching up. You can add in more bicycle sit-ups, straight leg bicycle sit-ups, or just crunch, crunch, crunch until the music runs out and it's gonna hurt so good. And then maybe last 2 minutes of class, or 3 if you prefer. Stretch out the belly. And child's pose, stretch out the wrists. Some head rolls. And then that's it, they're done. So that's core, basically when in doubt, just crunch it out, just do whatever ab stuff you want. You could do stuff standing in the hammock, whatever you think really challenges the core. And yeah, just keep switching it up, don't stay on anything too long, and make it fun. Yay, thanks for subbing, bye.